evening and welcome to 22 News at 5:30. I'm Barry Krieger. Just a few more hours until the polls close across the state of New Hampshire. That's where we find 22 News anchors Dan Elias and Jaclyn Cashman with the latest on the first step to the 2008 presidential season.
We are live in Manchester, New Hampshire, where the temperatures have been balmy all day long, and we'll get to how that's affecting voter turnout in just a minute.
And along with voters, the candidates were out and about today, and in fact, we didn't have to go looking for them. They came to us. 22 News was stationed at the Brookside Congregational Church on Elm Street right here in Manchester, not long after the polls opened, sharp at 6 a.m. The first candidate arrived, former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, a famous face for sure, though not thought to be a big factor in today's race. And he was followed within the half hour, it was a busy morning, by former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee on the Republican side as well, here with his wife and spending time greeting voters, also talking to the media, looking for one more hit in the national media that hits New Hampshire also. A little more plea for support there. And finally, one of the two front-runners in today's Republican race, our former Governor Mitt Romney, with his wife expressing confidence about his chances today. He was, of course, the front-runner here in New Hampshire for months, spent millions of dollars here. But the latest polls do show a resurgent John McCain currently in the lead among likely voters on the Republican side of this primary. So the candidates certainly coming out today. The voters, too, because as we were talking about before, a pretty warm day.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Now, 1 week ago today, many of the candidates and campaigners were bundled up as they went door to door and held rallies to get out the vote. But today, with temperatures in the 50s, many people think that could bring more people to the polls.
Secretary of State William Gardner has predicted a record 500,000 residents to vote on primary day. But Gardner isn't saying it's the unusually warm weather that's driving his prediction, but instead the hot races. Paul Richer votes every primary, and he says weather never deters him to get to the polls.
Hardy New Englanders were used to the difficult weather.
Voters who have been holding signs since 6 certainly appreciate Old Man Winter taking a hiatus for primary day. But they also say weather can affect who comes out to the polls.
I think it's a good thing when more people show up to vote. I know what the polls say, that if it's cold, then you do get the hardcore, supporters. But I think you get more people involved.